folks, today's video is a request video. I've been asked by one of my viewers to do a video on this Love Cubs bear. So to answer the questions of this viewer, I'll be referring to the instructions for this Furreal Friends Love Cubs bear that came out in 2004. So the viewer asked if the bottle that the bear has is magnetic. Now that shouldn't be too difficult to find out. She also asked me if I could make sense of the instructions or how this Love Cubs bear works. Well, I will try, but I have to say I've never really understood it myself, though I haven't spent that much time with this bear. I hope you folks like the change of backdrop. I thought with it being the 1st of March and we're going into spring, it might be nice to have a nice spring garden scene. So the first thing I'm going to do is test if this bottle has got any magnets in it or any other metal, and we're going to use two things to test that. So we've got a compass to test for magnets, and we've got a magnet to test for magnets. So first of all, Paul, how does a compass test for magnets?
So this is the bottle you want to test.
Mm-hmm.
So if we hold the tip of the bottle by the compass.
Is it moving?
No, it's not moving it at all.
Right in the sides of the bottle?
Sides of the bottle.
Where you would hold it?
No, let's just try with a real magnet so you can see the difference.
Yeah. And try putting the magnet around the bottle as well.
Yeah, there's not even anything metal in the bottle.
Yeah, try the length of the bottle. So that answers that question. There's nothing magnetic in the bottle. There's not even any metal in the bottle.
That's right.
So there's nothing special about the bottle at all.
Nothing special, no.
So you could use any bottle. So moving on to the functionality of the bear. He has 3 switches. They're called sensors in the instructions, but they're basically 3 push button switches. One in the mouth, one in the left foot, and one on the back. So all interactions with the bear are through these 3 switches. And the first thing I'm going to look at is feeding the bear with his bottle. So you can feed him at any time. You don't have to wait for him to ask, though he does ask sometimes. So to get him to drink from the bottle is quite easy. You just put the bottle in his mouth. There he's drinking. Yeah, he'll just sort of hold the bottle like, you've got to keep it, hold the end of it yourself. He can't hold it by himself. But he'll sort of put his paws on it like that. I think he's got hiccups, yes. You got to burp him with you. There. So you pat his back to get rid of his hiccups. So there's nothing special about the bottle. You just operating a switch in his mouth, and I'm going to see if I can operate that switch by hand. So he presses the button on his back to wake him up. Yes, you can, just by holding down the switch, he'll go into that sort of slurping a bottle mode. And he's got his hiccups again. Wonder if that was a belch. Yeah, that must be a belch. He's got a switch on his foot that'll make him giggle if you press it. That's so cute. And he snorts. That's so cute. Sometimes he holds his arms out and he'll ask for a hug. And if you press his button on the back, he'll hug you. That's so cute. So the instructions say that you can also get him to give you a hug by holding his left foot for 5 seconds. So we'll try that out. So first of all, when you first touch his foot, he'll giggle. But if you keep holding his foot down, then he'll start asking for hugs. So here we go. So he giggles at first, and then he'll start asking for hugs. And then when he asks for a hug and you press his back, he'll hug you. So if you haven't put him in that mode and he hasn't asked for a hug, he won't give you a hug if you press his back button. Instead, he'll give a sigh or coo. There, so he's making cooing noises and sighs. So he'll only actually hug you if he asks for a hug and then you press the button. Now hug. And I believe if you lie him down, he goes to sleep. I'm pretty sure his legs are posable, so you can lie him down like that. And he went to sleep there very quickly. You can also get him to go to sleep by holding his back button down for 5 seconds. So we'll try that way of getting them to go to sleep as well. Seems to be yawning. Yes, so that works pretty well. So the last thing that this bear is supposed to do is play Peekaboo. Now I must admit I've never managed to get mine to do this, and the problem I have is that you're supposed to wait for him to cover his eyes, but I've never actually seen my bear cover his eyes, and I'm not sure if maybe he's worn and his arms won't lift that far. But what you're supposed to do is when he lifts his paws to his face, you're supposed to press the button on his left foot within 5 seconds, and then he's supposed to play Peekaboo. So I will try, folks, but I'm not confident. So the diagram shows him lifting his paws up like that, and his paws sort of going like that. But I've never seen my bear do that. Maybe his mechanism in his elbows is not working. Or is that Peekaboo? not sure if that's Peekaboo. Maybe that's plain Peekaboo. I think that's him playing Peekaboo. And I think maybe the joints on mine have gone. And he's not sort of putting his paws up to his eyes as he should. The only way I could find out is if I got another bear that you know, where the joints are working better on the elbow. I have thought of getting the panda version of this bear if it crops up at not too expensive a price. And it would be interesting to see if there's any difference, if maybe my bear has become worn and if it looks any different when they play Peekaboo. But that's it for this video, folks. I've gone over everything that I can see that this bear is supposed to do. I hope the person who made the request, I hope I've answered all your questions. Thanks for watching as always, folks, and see you next time.